Hello, welcome to my channel. We just wrapped up the first week of 2024, so I think it is the perfect time to finally make my 2024 vision board, and I thought I would bring you guys along. So let's get into it. This is like probably my first time making a vision board in quite a while. I actually made one, I don't know, probably in like either elementary or middle school. I swear I want to say, and I need to clarify with my mom, but I swear my mom got the idea from, I think it was on Oprah. I think that's kind of how they became popular. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's how they kind of became a thing. And this is back in the, early 2000s. Anyway, we made vision boards, my whole family made vision boards, and I really haven't done it ever since. I know people do it all the time. Some people do it every year. Some people just have their Pinterest vision board, which I've done a couple times, but I actually wanted to make this one kind of come to life. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're in my office, and this is where it's gonna be hanging up. I think I'm gonna hang it. I currently have stuff over here, but I think I'm gonna hang it over there once we're all said and done with. But unwrap this thing. Okay, so really quickly, all the supplies. I'll try to run you through everything. I need to hang on to this so we can mount it whenever I'm done, but that will be a Jake activity. Anyway, the cork board that I got is from Target. It's a huge cork board. I feel like it might be a little bit too big, but we'll kind of play around with it. I'm also feeling I don't know, I might want to add things later on in the year, I don't know. Anyway, but the cork board is from Target. Also from Target, I got some, it comes with literally 2 push pins, so I grabbed a thing of these neutral wood push pins and then some clear push pins. So these were all from Target. And then yesterday at Marshall's I got this huge box of markers. I just really like they're all pastel kind of colors. So, and they're nice and thick, so, and 2-sided. Oh, so you can do thin or thick, okay. Anyway, but I needed a bunch of markers. What else did I get? I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday and I just got some scrapbook kind of supplies. I got some plain white poster board, if I want to write anything down and pin it on there. I figured I could cut out little squares or whatever of this. I also got some, it's probably hard to see, but it's a pastel pink, a little bit shimmery paper as well. I got these letter stickers. Really, I wanted these just for the 2024, so I can put that somewhere in the center or something. And then I don't know if I'll actually use these or not, but they just had this was in the scrapbooking section, some little black satin bows, because I feel that's very trendy right now. I don't know. So we got some stickers too. And then I just have a bunch of pictures that I printed out from Walgreens. Literally all these were saved on Pinterest and then printed, shipped to me. So yeah. Anyway, that is all of the supplies. Let's get into actually making this. I'm gonna try to just quickly set things out and try to map things out a little bit. Okay, here's how I currently have everything laid out. I'm kind of liking this. I still have like some empty spaces in the middle, but I was trying to keep like all my different categories kind of separate. So I still have like some extra pictures that I like had to get rid of. So I can add some stuff back on. Plus I need to like, you know, make my little labels and stuff. So this is currently what we're working with and how we have everything laid out. But I'll kind of show you like the categories that we're working with. First up over here, this is all like travel related. So I got to travel a lot in 2023 and I want to continue that into 2024. So some like bucket list items for this year. Going to Puerto Rico like within the next week or so. So that one's like already happening. But Italy, there's a couple pictures of like Italy. That is something like a friend and I are trying to plan and really trying to make happen this year. So I have that on my vision board, plus two like little New York photos as well. I've never been to New York City, so I kind of wanted to put that on there. Obviously, I just want to like in general travel more this year, but that's kind of my little travel section. Down here, we've got some pictures of lake houses that I'm kind of liking. I really would like to buy our first like investment property this year and do something along the lines of like having a lake house or something like that where, you know, we can use it, but then also rent it out. So it's an investment property, but just some ideas here. I like the idea of doing like kind of like a barn dominium or this like classic A-frame, but I've got that over here and like a couple like money related things, which I need to write out some more like financial goals. But I don't know, I feel like that's kind of hard to just like copy someone else's goals and pictures and whatever. So I'll probably write some stuff out and like have it here-ish. But that's this category. Down here, I've got some like content creating pictures and inspiration. Here's like a picture of some disposables. I was really loving doing that this last year, like taking disposable pictures and like having those. I've got several albums that I made this year, but I want to do more of that in 2024. And then just like some vlog type stuff. In 2023, I created this channel, so I'm just hoping to continue that in 2024. So just some content creating type imagery there. And then up here, this is all kind of like health and wellness related goals. So reading was a huge thing for me this past year, but again, I just want to continue that into next year. I journaled a little bit this past year, but not a ton. So I really want to get more into that. And then just, you know, being mindful of what I'm eating, like trying to eat intuitively and just very full, nutritious. Like we do pretty well, but just having, you know, a constant visual. Running was a goal for me in 2023, and it's again something I wanted to continue into 2024. So just kind of the inspiration behind like those photos. So, but that's the like initial layout that we're working with. Okay, I added a couple pictures and stuff back. So I feel like the board is pretty full. I'm gonna go ahead and start like pinning down the pictures. And then I think from there, I'll start doing like any like handwritten stuff that I want. We'll just kind of go like on top of what I've already got. But I think like I have kind of the base bones. The base bones, is that even what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? I don't know. But I feel like I have the foundation. Maybe that's what I mean. Of the board. So we're just gonna start pinning everything down. I feel like I didn't necessarily explain the reason for the vision board or like the purpose of the vision board. So if you're not familiar, it's like manifesting, but like kind of having a like physical like board or like representation like that you're manifesting. Like these are all the things that like I want for myself for this year. I don't know, it's like being able to see your dreams and stuff like come to life. Like these are all the things that I really want for myself, and that I want to make happen in 2024. So if that kind of sort of makes any sense, but in case you like weren't familiar with the concept. And I really want to find, like, if I can, the Oprah thing that I'm talking about. I think I'm using too many push pins, I don't know. I mentioned this earlier, but I think I'm gonna hang this like right there on my wall. This is like here in my office. And then I'm in my office like literally every single day. So that's kind of the point, is to like have it somewhere that like you're constantly seeing it. So you're like visualizing it every single day. So anything that you like want to make happen for yourself, you're seeing it all the time. That way you can kind of like see yourself and like picture yourself reaching all of your goals, if that kind of makes sense. But anyway, I've gotten all the pictures and stuff down, and now I'm just doing like the little intentions and stuff before I start handwriting. But that's like the other kind of cool thing about doing like a vision board, is like this can be as specific or as general as you want it to be. Like all the pictures I think are very general. Obviously like some of the travel stuff, like those are destinations like I really want to hit. But like I have several pictures of different kind of like houses and stuff, but like really in general, like I just want to be focused on like getting myself in a position to, if not this year, buying an investment property. Whether or not it actually looks like any of these, like it doesn't matter. That's just kind of like the general purpose. Same thing with like all the health and wellness. Like, is that stack of books like the exact books that I'm gonna read this year? Like, no, probably not. But just like, I think the pictures kind of help get the general sense of things, and then it's like fun to kind of fill in the more specific, if you want to, if you want it to be more specific. You don't, like, not everyone maybe wants to be super specific and like lay their goals out there, but anyway. Oh gosh. I feel like my thumb is gonna be sore from pushing all these in here. Okay, we're pretty close to being done. I'm gonna try to maybe play around with some of these bow stickers, but I got some of my like more like tactical goals written down and like put up on the board. But I also just want to say too that like honestly a lot of these goals are not necessarily new goals for me, which is like I feel like something people kind of get stuck on in the new year is like, okay, like I need to like reinvent myself, I need to, you know, do XYZ, like, you know, crazy, like maybe unrealistic goals where, you know, traveling, like, you know, I did get to travel a lot last year. There are places that I want to go this year that like I've never ever been to. The house I think would be one thing that's like brand new. Like I've never purchased a house before. I've never done anything like that. Like that would be a huge goal for me to accomplish if it does like happen this year. I would like for it to happen this year, but like this is just like a more overarching goal for me. And then like staying healthy and reading and stuff. Like reading, like being healthy, like that's always been a priority for me, but I think some goals kind of come and go. Like last year was kind of the first year I really got into running, so that was a goal of mine last year that I'm like continuing into this year. And yoga is another one that like I've been into here and there. Like I've done it a little bit, but not at length, and I want to be better about like practicing yoga. But I just want to like clarify that I'm not like fully starting from scratch, and like I feel like some people feel pressure to at, you know, after the new year to like totally reinvent themselves and like really push themselves out, which sometimes, I don't know, maybe you do need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. But a lot of these goals for me this year anyway are more so just like kind of adding on to things that I feel like I've already been doing. So like another huge thing for me this year was like saving money and being really good about that. Like that's something I've struggled with in the past. So you know, creating more, like, it's just kind of building on that. Like, I'm proud of like what I accomplished last year. I'm proud of where I got to last year, but like, let's continue to like build on these things that I am proud of. And another thing too, with this being just like a vision board and it's like a cork board, you could literally like change and move things around. Like, you know, say, you know, something happens, like life is always like changing and moving and evolving. So like, if I want to kind of change my goals, if I want to kind of change around my vision board, I absolutely can do so. And that's what I think is kind of fun about it. And another reason, like, okay, my board is pretty full. I was going to say it's not totally full. It is pretty full, but like, if I wanted to move some things around and like, you know, maybe halfway through the year, like maybe this doesn't exactly align with like what my goals really are for the second half of the year, then absolutely I can like change things, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't actually know that these bows really, now that I've been like holding them in my hand for the last 2 minutes while I was blabbing, I feel like they maybe don't really go with the vibe, so I might just leave them off. And I might be done for now. I'm kind of happy with how it looks. And I don't want to go too like overboard, so I might just be done for now and kind of, again, use this as like a baseline. Like these are my, you know, initial goals and stuff for the year, but like, again, this can absolutely change, be adjusted. Like I can add things, I can take things off, like whatever, but I kind of am happy with how it looks as is. So this is kind of how it's looking. And I think, like I just said, I think I'm gonna be done and kind of just leave it as is for now. Like I said, I kind of added some more personal goals. One thing that I had last year, so like I said, I got into running last year and I wanted to do like a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon, which I did a 5K and a 10K last year. I did not make it to the half marathon, but I figure it's a new year, like let's go through all 3 of them again, or try like do another 5K, do another 10K, and do my very first half marathon. So I've got those on there. I added like my travel wish list. Some of these like are literally already planned, like Puerto Rico, I'm for sure going. The rest actually aren't planned, like it's so early in the year, but Italy is a huge one for me this year. I wanna go to New York City, like I said, California, Florida, Smoky Mountains, Chicago, Arizona. Some of these are a little bit more broad, like Smoky Mountains, like I don't have a specific destination. Same thing with like some of the like just broad states like California, Florida, Arizona. So I just added some of like those little items. I had like a goal for my savings, how much I want to have saved by the end of the year and that kind of stuff, which is a little bit personal, but yeah, what do we think? I think I love how this turned out. Now I just need to have Jake hang this up for me this week.